What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me, and let's get into it. All right, so I had to take a little trip on the wild side, and I watched the first 5 episodes of Pam and Tommy, which is now streaming on Hulu. You got Sebastian Stan, he's from the MCU with Captain America and Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and Civil War, and he's in, Infinity War and Endgame, and of course Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I mean, he's in the MCU. And of course, Lily James, who had appeared on Downton Abbey, and she was in Cinderella. I gotta be, man, Lily James is a baddie, boy. That chick is bad. She's playing Pamela Anderson Lee and killing the game. But you got this thing. Seth Rogen's one of the executive producers, and he plays Rand Gauthier, the guy that actually stole the infamous tape with Pam and Tommy Lee. This thing is crazy. Like I said, I've gone through 5 hours. It's I checked on IMDb. There's apparently 8 episodes of this thing, so I've seen the first 5. It's over the top. They're clearly playing it for comedy, but there's stuff that actually happened in there. One of the things I was a little surprised by when the incident originally happened and the tape got out there, I know Pam and Tommy Lee both did like interviews with various people. I know they both appeared on Howard Stern at various points. And you kind of go into it going, oh man, this scumbag guy broke into their home and, he was doing work for them and he stole their safe and, and this private situation was in there. And then he he found out what he had and he decided to monetize it, right? That's not exactly what happened, though. When you actually watch, and this, this particular miniseries, both Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee have absolutely nothing to do with this. They don't have any producer credits. That Monica Lewinsky miniseries that was on FX, they made her they made her an executive producer on that, and she actually, kind of had a say in helping to cast the actors and different things. Like, she got a check. Pam and Tommy Lee have nothing to do with this Hulu series. It's unauthorized, but it's based on a 2014 Rolling Stone article that I guess they decided to interview Rand Gauthier and kind of figure out why he took the tape, why he broke into their house and took the safe and the whole deal. And so when you watch the miniseries, you kind of find out Tommy Lee was a wild boy, and he did some stuff. Here's one thing I will say. I'll kind of jump ahead. Seth Rogen does not make me. He does not play Rand Gauthier as a sympathetic figure, and I think that's because it's Seth Rogen. I used to be a huge Seth Rogen guy. 40-Year-Old Virgin, Superbad, Pineapple Express. All the different things I've seen him in. Over the last few years, I think maybe because he started talking about politics and stuff like that, I kind of got turned off from Seth Rogen. So a lot of times when I see that he's in movies, I don't even watch it. But I had to watch this because it was the subject matter. Obviously I've seen the infamous tape and whatnot, and I wanted to watch it. Like I said, he's one of the producers on this thing. And this was actually, they had police reports and all. This is a well-researched mini-series. So the things that I didn't know happened were kind of wild. And like I said, so the long and short of it is you find out the reason that Rand Gauthier broke into Pam and Tommy Lee's home is because Rand Gauthier and some other carpenters and electricians were doing all this. They were doing remodeling. Tommy Lee kind of wanted this super bedroom. He wanted a bed here and he wanted this big swing and he wanted, he had all these blueprints and things that he wanted. And then they kind of got halfway through the job and then Tommy Lee wanted revisions and they're like, well, we've already spent all this money doing, and he's like, hey man, I'm rich. Money's no object. He's doing all this work. The thing is, he hadn't paid the guys. The one carpenter saying Tommy Lee owes him $17,000. Rand Gauthier said Tommy Lee owed him over $9,000. They had been working out there for weeks and weeks and weeks and hadn't gotten paid. And then when Tommy Lee came to them with another revision, he wanted the bed in the miniseries. They said he wanted the bed moved over like 10 feet in the bedroom, even though they had blueprints and he, based on where the window was lined up, he wanted the sun to shine. He was saying all this. Sebastian Stan was just playing him as a wife. He was crazy. But he gave a really good performance. And, he gave him another revision. The other carpenter that said that Tommy owed him like $17,000, he said, okay, I want you to go to, for whatever reason, he was too afraid to go to Tommy Lee. He went to Tommy Lee. And, he told the other guy, he told Rand to go to Tommy Lee. He said, okay, we'll do the revisions and stuff, but you got to tell him that we're not doing any more work until we get paid, because we've been doing this job for a couple months now, and he owes us all this money. He hadn't paid us. And Rand's like, why I got to go? He's a little nervous. One of the main reasons he was a little nervous is because he had kind of said something to Tommy Lee in the first episode, and Tommy Lee pulled a gun on him. He had a pistol, boom, and he pulled it out, and the look on Seth Rogen's face, he's like, he's bugging out, he's flipping out, because Tommy Lee done bugged out on him and pulled this big, it wasn't no little small gun, it was a big, it looked like a hand cannon, like a Colt 45 or something. I don't know what kind, I'm not a gun nut, but that was a big old gun that the guy pulled out. And Seth Rogen's like freaking out because this dude's pulled the gun on him, and then Tommy Lee starts laughing. He's like, man, it's a joke, bro. I'm just joking. And then he pulls the barrel out and shows him that it's not even loaded. He's like, man, the gun's not even loaded, bro. I was just joking around. No biggie. And then he just kind of laughs it off, huh? But after that, he got real weird around Tommy Lee. He got real nervous. So when he's telling him, he's like, hey, the other guy tells him, he's like, yo, man, you got to go tell Tommy Lee that we're not doing any more work until he does this job, until he pays us and stuff, because he owes me 17, he owes you 9, he owes some of these other guys and stuff. You gotta make sure he pays us. And Seth Rogen's like, yeah, man, I'll go talk to him. And he went and talked to Tommy Lee, and Tommy Lee was like, man, you guys are trying to rob me. You guys are in here just running the bill up, you see that I'm rich, and y'all are just trying to take advantage. You're fired. And they're like, okay, we're fired. What about the money? I'm not paying you anything. You're not getting a dime. Oh, no, get out of my house right now. So he had to leave, and he left his tools behind. So he waited till Tommy Lee, he thought Tommy Lee was gone a couple days later, because he was like, man, I need my tools so I can work. He came back, the dude buzzed him in. He came back and tried to get his tools back. Tommy Lee comes out the bedroom and he sees, what are you doing in my house? Come in there. He pulls this big old rifle out and says, no, them tools are mine now. He's like, you think I'm going to let you come in my house uninvited and take he was like, but these are my tools. No, I'm keeping the tools. You guys aren't getting paid. Get out now. He leaves the house, and that's when Seth Rogen's character decided, okay, he starts stalking Tommy Lee. They show panels. This dude becomes like a stalker. He's like Eric Roberts in Star 80. If you've ever seen that movie, he's watching. He's like a predator or something. He's sitting there watching. He's watching what time does he leave his home? What time does he get back normally? You see him like posted up outside the gate. And he's like, he's parked across the street, just kind of watching and trying. He got a whole book and he's writing down when the dude leaves, when he comes back, the whole nine. So he kind of get a pattern so he knows when he can pull up on him and he won't be around or whatever. And although when he actually broke in the house, it was funny. When he broke in the house, he actually went in the bedroom with Pam and Tommy, and they were in there. I guess they had just got through doing it. And they were in there laying in the bed naked. It was crazy. And he was like, yeah. So he walks in the bedroom, and this is one thing I wasn't sure. I knew they were going to have language and stuff, but I wasn't sure there was going to be nudity. Boy, there was nudity. There was 5 episodes. Lily James is naked. And it looked like they put some prosthetic flotation devices on her. Looked like they gave her some flotation devices, because I follow her on Instagram. Her chest is decent size, but it looked like they did something to give her that Pamela Anderson situation, because Pamela Anderson was obviously rather busty. And it looked like they did something, but it was good. However they did the makeup and prosthetics, it was fantastic. And they did the same thing. They did a Boogie Nights. If you've seen Boogie Nights with Mark Wahlberg, you know that they put a prosthetic on Mark Wahlberg to make him bigger. If you know about Tommy's tape, when you saw the tape, Tommy Lee was he was packing a little something. So Sebastian Stan had to beef up a little bit, so they put a thing on him to make him a little bigger. And he was, him and his relationship with Pam just seemed like it was kind of toxic. First night he met her, they were kind of hanging out, and he got her a drink. And he took a pill and he dropped it in her drink, and she drank it. But she was like, "What is this?" And he was like, "Fun or love or something." He said something, because he didn't tell her what it was, but he was like, it's a good time or whatever. And for whatever reason, she took it, and they didn't kick it they didn't spend the night together that night. They left the club at like 4 a.m. He was trying to go back with her. She told him she was going to Cancun because she was doing like press for Baywatch. And he was like, "Well, I'm just going to hop on a plane. I'm coming to Cancun with you." She was like, "No, don't come to Cancun. Don't come to Cancun." And, of course, he got on the plane and came to Cancun, found out, he called all these hotel rooms, found out where she was. She's up there meeting with all the syndicators and stuff, trying to do business. He calls her right in the middle of her sitting down, having like lunch with these guys. Once she realizes it's him, she gets up and takes the call. "Hey, I'm going to hook up with you tonight. Let's go to the club." Boom. Of course, history. They got together. Boom. The whole nine, but the whole thing's outrageous. It just, I mean, like I said, it was, I don't want to spoil everything, but there was some crazy, there's a scene where Sebastian Stan is fully out there standing in front of a mirror. Like, he got Pamela in the bed nude, right? She's naked. He gets up. And I mean, like I said, Lily James is a baddie. She just looked. This shot was so beautiful because it wasn't overly explicit. It was just, she just looked so, she's nude. She looked so beautiful laying there. The lighting was perfect. She had the covers like partly over her backside, but you could clearly see she's laying there. The sun is shining through the window. She just looks like $10 million. She just looked amazing. And Tommy Lee's in the bathroom talking to himself, trying to psych himself up, and he's having a conversation with little Tommy. He's talking to little Tommy, and they having a real conversation, and it's crazy. And I'm like, whoa. And little Tommy is actually talking to him. I'm not joking. It was, like I said, there's a lot of stuff in this. There's a lot of stuff to unpack. They also had, Taylor Schilling, the chick from Orange is the New Black. She's in this thing. There's a lot going on. First 5 episodes are incredible. I'm looking forward to watching the last 3 episodes of this thing. Definite high thumbs up. Hulu's got a winner here. I mean, I know it's not going to be a season 2, but this thing's amazing. Pam and Tommy Lee, it is streaming on Hulu right now. Get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. If you've seen it, I am out. PlaceTheBets.com, guys. Are you tired of crapping out on sites like Fanduel and Draftkings? Go to PlaceTheBets.com. Set your fantasy lineup. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. They got them all. They'll set your lineup. 30 days is only $1. You can go. You can sign up right now. That 30 days is only $1. PlaceTheBets.com and get that Skrilla. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please check out my podcast at anchor.fm/Ikari Press, or just type in Ikari Press on your favorite streaming platform today.